Hello and welcome to Westminster Abbey. My name is Aaron and this is the second of our story building videos. And a little warning that this video might be a little bit scarier at the very end for young ones. Today we're thinking about place, and what better place to tell a story than Westminster Abbey. Have a look at this fantastic building with over 1,000 years worth of history. Our story today takes place about 700 years ago, and with some monks who made their home here. It happened long before these towers were built. The monks lived and worked in the cloisters. They did their chores there, they did their studies there, and they did lots of writing there. Lots and lots of homework. I wonder how that made them feel in that space. But at the end of a long day of hard work, the monks would be able to go through this heavy door, which today is home to our library, but for them was the way to their bedroom, their dormitory. They would drag their heavy bodies up these solid stone steps and drag themselves in to bed. I wonder what sounds they might hear as they were sitting under that heavy beamed roof. Some people speaking in their sleep, some snoring, some heavy breathing. On this night, their sleep was disturbed by a heavy boom, boom, boom. They woke with a jolt, and I'm sure one brave monk suggested they all go together to answer the door. Boom, boom, boom. And as they went through the door here, they would have felt their hands on the stone cold walls, and they would have gone down onto the abbey floor, tracing the intricate carvings as they went. Boom, boom, boom. As they crossed the abbey, they would see the moon glinting against the windows and against the stone arches. They heaved that heavy north door open, and in ran one sole lonely soldier, Sir Robert Hawley. He was framed by tall, reaching arches and lit by moonlight through stained glass windows. He explained that he'd escaped from the Tower of London and claimed sanctuary, a holy law that gave him 40 days to prove that he was a good person while staying at the Abbey. Now, the constable of the Tower of London was very unhappy about this, and he asked the abbot, the boss of the Abbey, to let Sir Robert go. But the abbot said no, so the constable wrote to the king, and the abbot still said no. The holy law must be followed. So the constable, furious, decided that he would bring 50 soldiers to the abbey and approach the north door here. Look at these soaring towers. I wonder how he felt as one small man standing in front of them. As he approached this door with 50 soldiers behind him, he would see 50 carvings of saints and angels and Jesus. I wonder if he was reminded of that holy law. Bang, 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 he knocked on the door, and inside, all he could hear was the gentle echo of the monks' prayers and songs. Bang, 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 he knocked, but the monks ignored it and carried on their prayers. There were no more bangs as the constable and the soldiers crashed into the abbey and across this floor to the sacrarium, the most sacred part of the abbey, where these prayers were being said. On one side is the monks, and on one side are the soldiers. What would happen underneath this beautiful lantern? Well, in the middle is Sir Robert Hawley, and he knew that he was in danger. One brave monk, Brother Richard, stepped forward to defend him, but he was killed by a soldier, and closely afterwards, Sir Robert was killed as well on this sacred floor. And so, to remind us of this terrible thing that happened on the Abbey floor, Sir Robert was buried in the Abbey, very close by. And the stone that had held him and held those monks hold him still in the ground forever. So, we're going to be thinking about place. And today, of course, we were thinking about the Abbey. So how do you create a place? Well, the Abbey is old, it's big, and it's stone. So what does it look like? I talked about arches, didn't I? And it's big. So what does it sound like? There was lots of things echoing and bellowing around that space. And how does it feel? We talked about how the monks might feel if it's their home, and how the constable might feel as he approaches, knowing that he wants to break inside. So how can you create a place? Well, the first thing, of course, is to make a model. You could use a cereal packet or sofa cushions and your imagination. It could be any size you like, small or big. You can paint a picture in your mind, and this is my favorite. Sit down, close your eyes, play some music maybe, and just think. In your mind, you can walk around your space and add as many details as you like again and again. And maybe a grown-up can help you by asking some questions. Or why not draw a picture of your place? Include lots of details inside and outside, and think about who's drawing the place. Is it someone who loves the place? Someone who's scared of the place? Someone who's never been there before and only heard about it? What did it look like 100 years ago, and what will it look like in 100 years' time? Is your place maybe like somewhere that you've been before? Is it the same or different, and how? How does the space make other people feel when they're inside? Do they behave differently there? What if you're new to this place? Does it look different? I think the first time you walk into the Abbey, it seems enormous. And what if you're bored of this place? Well, I don't think you can get bored of the Abbey, but you can become familiar and you can see more details. I think there's lots to explore and there's lots to think about with the Abbey as well. So with our A to Z of Westminster Abbey, there's 26 challenges, and I've selected why is for your Westminster Abbey as a sort of continuation of this today. Why don't you think about what the Abbey means for you and think about making another special place? Whatever you do, share it with us using hashtag WabiFun, and you can donate £5 by texting Abbey to 70025. Thank you for joining us, and to share your creations, do use that hashtag, and next week we'll be thinking about journeys. Take care. Bye-bye.